ISD reporting services here in Lima, Peru for the UN climate change talks. On December 10th, a side event discussed how climate change can be a threat to human security. The moderator, Nick Matters, opened a panel discussing the nexus concept.
I just want to defend a little bit the nexus concept to you very briefly, because we're in a changing climate. We have more intense extreme events, floods and droughts, but also rising temperatures on the horizon. You know, we have to think in a systemic way, not just about interrelationships between water and food and energy today, but about the changing landscape.
The Amazon is about 2/3 of Bolivia, and it is more than 50% of Brazil. And in Ecuador, it's 99% of the oil that comes from the Amazon. And in Peru, it's 73%.
And there is probably no other place more where the transformation is needed like in the Amazon.
And we decided to work with the 4 Andean Amazon countries, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, Bolivia, and Brazil, and see and study whether are we in risk? Is there a security threat? What are the main topics, issues that we should be concerned about, and how do we market those if we do have anything to tell, a story to tell?
We talked to the panelists to better understand a recently released report, Amazonian Security Agenda, which builds on the connections between water, energy, food, and health.
What is interesting also in this process is to identify that the hyperconnectivity amongst the resources, the problems, and the impacts is undeniable. We are talking about the relevance of water as the vertebral pillar of insecurity, and it's directly connected with food security, with energy security, with human health, and of course with the development, what we see is the potential of sustainable development in the Amazon region.
The most important thing is how do we understand security, and from my perspective, security is either the absence of risk or the management of risk. Now, what is risk on water, what is risk on food, and what is risk on energy? And the risk for me is not having water. In the context of the Amazon, for instance, how do we manage a proposal by which we keep water in quantity and quality for the people? So that for me is keeping a secure agenda for the future and present generations.
The most important message from this report is that we are not only all connected, but the security of the development of all Amazonian countries is directly dependent on the environmental services provided by the Amazon rainforest. So people who think themselves as being isolated from the Amazon, such as people in Sao Paulo or in Lima or in Bogota, they are not.
During the panel, Andrew Mitchell made a point that summarized the dilemmas of our modern economy, which has been misevaluating natural capital.
What's going on here is there is a massive, massive misvaluation, a sort of misinterpretation of value going on in the world economy. It's a bit like sitting down for lunch with your friends, and we're misvaluing what it's all about. It's not just about shoving food in your mouth, it's enjoying good company. And there are values there that you don't put a price on. Well, it's a little bit like that with nature. And the problem is that the world's financial sector is enjoying a huge $1 trillion free lunch on nature every year. So what this panel is about and our thinking is that we have to change the way we think. We can't solve this in Amazonia. The solution to deforestation is not inside the forest. It's probably inside the financial capitals of the world.